Hello, and thank you for chiming in. This is the Smarter Consumer, and today I'm going to be interviewing the PS Vita. I'm sorry, not interviewing, reviewing the PS Vita First Edition bundle. Okay, so I went to Best Buy today after looking at BestBuy.com, and there was a deal for the PS Vita on BestBuy.com, which was for $2.99, which included a PS Network game, PlayStation Network game, a 8 GB memory card, a AT&T mobile broadband activation card of some sort, and I think a case and something else. But I went in today and they didn't have any of those. So he sold me what this is, a first edition bundle that came with the game Little Deviants, a case, and of course the PlayStation Vita. Now, first off, I just want to say, the music playing in the background is all mine. I'm kidding. No, but it's true. But the PlayStation, this is the first thing that I want to say. How light it is. Okay, it's very light, but it's not necessarily a good thing. It feels kind of like it's cheap, just a little bit. If you're familiar with the brand Pantech, the lower grade quality devices of electronics, if you will, whether it's a Pantech cell phone or a Pantech tablet, it's generally low quality. This is kind of what the PlayStation Vita feels like, is a Pantech phone. That's just what it feels like. I haven't had it for that long. As you can see, it's about the same size as a PlayStation Portable right now. Probably a little bit bigger, but not heavier, just wider. It's bigger than I expected, actually. Not a bad thing. But it does have touchscreen front, touchscreen back. Like I'm sure if you've seen a review or any kind of the editor's things, they've stated that. I'm sure if you look up the specs, it says that you cannot take video, but you can. They updated the firmware to where they just patched that, or created new software, and then allowed it to record, which was kind of silly that it wasn't in there at first. But anyways, yeah, it feels rather cheap. That's the only surprising thing. This isn't metal. It's not like cold to the touch or anything. It's just plastic. Yeah, it's just plastic. It looks real nice and it looks real presentable. But overall, I'd say on electronics, actual electronics, they probably spent not much at all creating the PS Vita. And honestly, if you want my honest opinion, which I'm giving honest review, so I'm going to give you my honest opinion, I think that the PS Vita, it being the same design as the PlayStation Portable, pretty much, it being that, with, as I said, the cost of production, the materials that is on this device, I'd say that they just released this, to satisfy the consumers, in the sense that people want a new system. They don't really care whether it's been truly updated or it's just a small update, which this is really just a small update. I mean, touchscreen, it was touchscreen was prevalent during the release of the PlayStation Portable. It was just chosen not to be implemented because they saw the DS and they couldn't comprehend how to use it until they saw a more formal approach at touch technology. I think that's when they really kind of grasped it and tried to put it into the gaming device, which in my opinion is a little tacky, because as I said, it's just really to nullify any want that you have of a new system by presenting you a half-ass system, made out of cheap plastic. Now, the rendering for the characters, I saw a Mortal Kombat preview. I haven't opened this game yet. I haven't tried it, so I can't tell you about gameplay, but I'm telling you about hardware right now. From the first, impression, which is the most important impression, is I just spent $300 on this thing, and if I drop it right now, I can bet $300 that it'll break. So I'm out $600. Not necessarily, but it's just my point of, I don't know, you know, you can sit here and say, oh, well, this guy, his standards are too high, or he expects too much for something. But that's not even necessarily true, because, as I said, it's just like the Call of Duty franchise. They're just trying to reiterate the same design with small technological advancements that aren't even in comparison as important. I mean, if you would have spaced out the Game Boy Color and then had no Game Boys up until you had the DS, that would be just like ridiculous. But what they do is every year that they get a new technology exposed to them, they release it instead of bundling it up and letting this, you know, actual great product unveil itself. They just kind of push out this stuff as soon as they get it. And I'm a musician, and if I were to play a riff if I were to put a riff in a song right after I wrote it, as cool as that riff is, it wouldn't be giving it the proper respect and room that it deserves, as if I were to wait and re-articulate and you know, further re-examine what I'm doing. This really just looks like like I said, just a lollipop to pacify you guys. I'm not really a portable gamer. I gave up. My days were in the Pokemon days. But I was picking this up to hope to, you know, just mediate between writing music and whatever else it is that I do. So because I don't really play my Xbox much anymore, which I think that they should come out with a portable system, and they should have me design it and all the games on it. It would be amazing. I'm kidding, guys, but this is my hardware review. The camera, it's not HD cameras. Of course, as I told you, if they spent overall, what, $30 getting the raw material for the case and the triggers, I mean, the technology of it doesn't matter. It's the hard material, it's the raw material that matters, you know, because when this thing has no energy in it, it can't run. So what can I use it for? What raw materials can I use it for? And really, it's impractical, just like all the other devices going around nowadays. If I were to advise anything to anyone, if you're thinking about going and getting a PlayStation Vita, go get a guitar or a drum set or a bass instead. Trust me, it'll help you in the long run. Vagina likes music. You can read that on any study, in any country, in any world, in any dimension. Vagina will always succumb to music. So go get you some. Well, my overall rating so far of the PlayStation Vita, and keep in mind I keep on saying I'm trying to reiterate the fact that I haven't played it. I haven't made great proper use, I guess you could say, of everything, all the potential that it has in the video game, but as I said, the hardware speaks for itself. I'll be updating this once I play it, so let's see if I change my mind completely. Let's see how that goes. Let's take a little examination of the thought process as well. Alright guys, hope you enjoy.